Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Ayo, Bo knows this,
What?
and Bo knows that,
What?
but Bo don't know jack, cause Bo can't rap. Well, what do you know?
Like, do we want to?
Yeah, we back, man. Welcome back to the new.
Oh, we going now?
Yeah, we going now, man. We got new digs too. We got new stuff.
No, it's the same house. We just got new toys.
New toys.
It's the same place.
But thank y'all for listening, man. Hold on, my gains is pretty higher than I thought they was gonna be. So I'm part-time engineer now.
You are. You are.
So I'll be popping off the mic here now and then, just trying to make sure our stuff stays crispy. But yo, man, what's been going on? Thank you everybody for listening to the last show too.
To the crates.
Yeah, to the crates.
But
But people didn't even know that. Had never heard that.
No, I know.
Yeah, so it was, but it seemed like it was apropos. Is someone
Apropos. Oh.
digging into the crates there with the linguistics, but
Yo,
that
man,
we put out there.
we got like too full of a plate here. So like
Yeah,
what
we gotta hit it.
like what this show is gonna be essentially is the part one of a 2-part show, because the world has been like specifically generous in fuckery over the last 2 weeks.
Yo, if people doesn't understand, if we would have got our show we supposed to have had, yo, this would have been off the meat rack the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Like,
and this supposed to be the dead days of summer too. Like we're not supposed to get really anything popping till like the next few weeks. To
and very little of it has to do with the NFL, which is usually what's giving me all of my
joy,
all of my great things as well. So like, it's like, hey, hey, whatever, man, it's all good. But yo, we got a lot we're gonna hit on today. We're gonna talk about our travels and some of my forays into middle upper class white people life, as I'd like to call it. Of course, we're gonna get to your emails. There's been a lot of airing out going on, so we're gonna touch on that. We got to touch on Nicki Minaj. We got to touch on Lauryn Hill.
Actually, this whole episode is called calling out names.
Yeah, we got,
because it's just like, you remember the song by Corrupt?
This is the roll call edition. This is the roll call edition of the scenario right here. But also, yo, we got Dak Prescott. He's in the Sunken Place. We got to find out if we can get him out. New season of Ballers on, so maybe they can figure out a way to rescue the brother.
The new season of Ballers.
We got the misadventures of Kanye West again, and also we've got the 5 types of people that need to be punched in the face. Both of us are going to bring 5 different types of people that we feel need to be punched in the face, and we want to hear them from you as well. But let them know where they can hit us with the messages.
They hit us back at straightolc@gmail.com, straightolc@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on the Twitter, straightolc on Twitter as well, Straight Outta Lowcast fan page on Facebook, all that good stuff. Or you get us up on any of your social media with your thoughts and questions and everything too.
Yo, man, we still at it with the Zimas.
Yeah, we back, man. He's back. Matt is back, y'all. He is off the snot. He's been on the snot 3 months, about right?
Like 2 months. I had like 2 months out of action.
Dude, this felt.
I was on a medicated leave from recreational life.
It felt like you was going to visit your homie in rehab, but you was bringing drugs to the rehab though. Like, so it was like. It's like, and you come to visit you in the little commons area. Like, so how's everything going in Club Man?
So here's what it's really is like. It's like where we record the show at, which is my home. I got a full bar in here. It's usually in great shape. But Daryl brings something through, as bro code should always be. Brings something through, never leaves with anything. But here's the problem though. For like the last 2 months, I couldn't drink. I was on some medications, so I couldn't drink. But so we'll sit here and talk about like, yo, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? And like, so while he's sitting here listening, rapping, relating with me on some levels, he's sitting there also sipping a drink right in front of me too. So yeah, it's like if your homeboy is like, yeah, I gave up cigarettes, and he just in here lighting up a whole pack at one time. Like,
and no, he bringing a carton too, though.
Yes.
Like, and putting on the table, was like, I'm gonna run through all these tonight.
Yeah, it's like he brought them parliaments out or something. But I'm back now, man, and I can get back into having my usual spirited good time while we're putting the show together.
I don't think people would know the difference too much, man. People have had a good time, man. Let's jump into the email box.
Nah, man, we got the misadventures of Daryl to touch on first. So like last week, if you didn't peep, you might have known that maybe you didn't. We had a show that we kind of had down, so I say we was digging down in the crates. Like every once in a while, we had conversations that kick off. We had things that happen. We just throw a show away and put one away in case we need it, because life happens, life keeps us moving and stuff like that. But we want to make sure we do have a show every week and we got something out there for people. But I just looked up on Instagram, I think, and I saw that Daryl was in New Orleans, and I was like, I just figured you was in like Harlem or something, because that's where you always sing. But you was down in New Orleans, though. I'm like, oh, he's getting it in.
Yeah, man. New Orleans, I was down there for the NSN Conference, the National Black Sales Network Conference. Shout out to the St. Louis chapter. Eddie, who's we got to bring him on the show soon. Definitely is our president. But man, yo, NSN was cracking, man.
I bet.
Like it was like. You know, man, I realized that some people really like, and I know this. It's some things you know, but it's like, as the great Pusha T says, when you know, you know. But it's like you have to visualize and remember again because I've been out of that level of conferences because I hadn't been. I'm an executive now, more on a management level, so I had missed out on a lot of conferences and things like that. I remember conferences during college, things like that, a little bit after college. And you probably know from being frat conference is a little bit different because it's all males and within the conference setting.
Well,
but no, where I'm gonna go with this, you'll see where I'm going with this. It won't be applicable.
Yes.
Yo, it was some people that were there just to kick it. I swear I saw them in the lobby the whole time. Like,
yeah.
And they paid for a badge too though, so like they can get all the parties and stuff and like get the meals. Like
that's how it was at the Urban League thing here.
So within
like
the Urban League must be like that then. But you see how it's not applicable. I mean, into like the frat ones, because within your frat meetings, there's all men in theory.
In theory, but there are always brothers that are there that haven't spent a dime to be there.
They didn't pay for no membership.
They might not have ever paid for their membership, but they there.
So you said they only paid to get in the frat for the first year, and
maybe even then. Maybe even then.
You said we don't even.
Black organizations are black organizations, and we gonna be there if we want to be there. Period.
That's true. No, there was some people that wasn't there because we have a St. Louis group me for our chapter, and it was somebody like, "Hey, somebody got an extra ticket for the white party," and I was thinking to myself, they gave you a ticket for the white party when you registered,
but they didn't because.
That's the point, but they didn't.
It's just like the person that you ever go to a wedding and like you sitting there, you see somebody checking all the name things, and like maybe they walking around even after most people done sat down just to see where there's an open space at. Like it's like that. That's what it is. I mean, that's all it is at the end.
But it was cracking, man. New Orleans is cracking. New Orleans is. I don't know if it's. That's the first time I've been to. No, I've been in New Orleans since Katrina. But I felt the other time I was there, I was totally drunk the whole time.
Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah, but I felt like this time. First of all, I went to Deuce McAllister's restaurant. Mm-hmm. Fucking excellent.
Good.
Fucking excellent food, man. He had a beer garden situation thing with like microbreweries, all that stuff, man.
Deuce is like local hero down there. Like he's the pre-Drew Brees.
It's in the French Quarter too. It ain't like off.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was down there for Mardi Gras.
That's right. So did you go to Deuce's?
No, I didn't have time to do that. But I mean, I did. It was like on the list of stuff where like the people I was with was talking about and stuff. But like he's like the patron saint of the Saints just before Drew Brees became it.
Yeah. Did he get a ring with them when they?
Nah, I think he was already gone by the time this.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's from New Orleans. I know that.
Oh, is he a native?
Yeah, he went to New Orleans. He went to Ole Miss for college though.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like a school in New Orleans to go to.
LSU.
Well, I mean, it's in Baton Rouge though.
That's like 30, 40 minutes away.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
everybody from New Orleans loves LSU. Like, he was a trader like Archie Manning was going to Ole Miss. That for anybody from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, but shout out to the NSA.
Oh, yeah, he was on the Super Bowl team.
So he got a ring, okay.
Yeah, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. He was on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You know they gave Buddy Hebert a ring?
The kicker?
No, Hebert. They was their quarterback.
Oh. Was that Billy Joe?
No, Hebert. Maybe it's not even Hebert. They quarterback that was in the early 90s. I thought it was Hebert.
The quarterback in the
he's the one of their commentators now.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But he
got the real. They gave him a ring because they said he went through so much.
But I always remember though those commentators and stuff usually get them.
Yeah, but no, they gave him like you're a part of the team ring. Like he got like not like you worked as a staff member as a trainer or something. Like they were like, no, you get presented a ring like everybody else. Like you get your name called and come up there and get it.
I hope they gave one to Willie Roaf too.
Because he went to Kansas City after that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or did he go Kansas City, New Orleans?
Because there's a lot of people that were on the Struggle Saints.
Yeah.
But anyway, tangent. So you're down there. Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't pick up a championship ring during your time.
No, man. I even preemptively put myself away from the conference. Had my own little hotel, 2 or 3 blocks away, just so I wouldn't be in the fray.
Okay.
You know, in the fracas.
The fracas
going on in that lobby. There's a lot of fracas going on in that lobby. A lot of choosing going on.
Yeah, well, conferences tend to be that way.
Yeah, but that's the point. I forgot. I forgot that the conference don't change because of the age.
No, because there's always at any conference you go to, you can always look around and see yourself. Like when on Chappelle's show when Buck Nasty saw his great grandfather.
He saw him in the field.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, Buck Nasty, is that your grandfather?" No.
We need to cut to that. People need to remind them of that.
Are we too far away from that now?
No.
I'm saying, do people forget that?
No, I'm just saying it's always hilarious
It's always
to hear
good to bring
it.
it
It's
up.
always great to hear it. I just want to hear it when I listen.
So conferences are great, man. But what are your favorite conferences that you've been to?
So I like conferences that like to go to places that people want to go to. So I hate conferences that like go to these family resorts and stuff like that. But I tell you what, one you can go to that's a good time is NABJ.
Yeah, NABJ is that thing too, though. I heard
Every time.
you been to it?
No, I don't go to it for a good reason too. Because I don't like to play where I work, and there's literally no chance on earth of me just going to that thing and playing it down the middle.
No chance.
No chance at all. I might be the only African American journalist in America with the said blue check on Twitter that stays away from the thing on purpose.
Because everybody else gonna try to I'm gonna use this blue check.
I'm gonna go to work with this thing. No. So yeah, that's one of the main conferences. You know, another one though is you was out in Vegas at the and ran into Bone at a conference.
Yeah. That was at but that was more of a I wouldn't say festival. That was for like cars and shit though.
Do we call it Comic Con?
Yeah, I mean Wakanda Con.
That's
I was
not
at
really
Wakanda
a
Con.
conference, but
Yeah, but but Wakanda Con. I was at Wakanda Con too the week before that as well.
You on
with
tour?
Orlando Cal. Yeah, I was
like you on tour. I feel like your career is going in places that mine isn't.
But we finna go on tour this fall.
I know, but that means you're gonna keep going on tour. That means I'm gonna start going on tour. That's what that means.
No, we all both went on tour this summer. I mean, not summer, this fall, which is crazy that you said you're going on tour in the fall. Which we be like, I'm going on tour in the summer.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, we just got on the tour bandwagon.
We don't get to go on the festival circuit quite yet.
We gotta wait till school go back in and get a check.
We need to wait for people that don't have a lot of money to come and do stuff. More on that later.
But I think I heard the black NBA conference is off the chain too.
Oh yeah. And
Nesby,
also,
I heard. Nesby,
yeah.
I heard is crack. Nesby Regional Conference came to my school when I was in college, and that was off that meat rack.
And also the lawyers,
was it is it Balsa or whatever? Or
I can't
Black
remember.
Lawyers Association or something like that. Yeah,
something to that extent. But yeah, they go in because that's just a bunch of people growing bread. So
then goes hard too. Big 12 when I was in college used to go hard too.
Oh man, yeah.
They don't even do that no more, and everything got messed up with the conference.
Yeah, I don't know. I
wouldn't even know I don't even know what the fuck, because I guess SEC have one. I guess, and
they may, but I
think Big 12 is like the only conference that did a BSA conference for all.
I was always in Big 12 when I was in school, so I don't know what they done.
But I think Big 12 is the only conference that did a Black Student Alliance conference though.
Okay.
Of all the Power 5 conferences, I think that was the only one that did it.
Well, good for us.
Look, and that was another conference where people that was a lot bigger conference where people would come and didn't even register for real.
Oh man, yeah. But if one thing we gonna
didn't even go to a Big 12 school.
Didn't even go there. No, just there.
Dude, people with Drake.
Yeah.
They from UNKC. It was more Colorado State.
It was more like a homecoming, like a
whole weekend homecoming.
Yeah.
But all the Black PWIs in the Big 12 and the surrounding schools from the Big 12.
Right. And the little bitty schools that's in the same city as those other ones.
Yep. And especially if it was close to where you was from, like if it was in Kansas at KU, you had all the Kansas City small schools. Mm-hmm. You had like your small Emporia States and all that.
A few dangerous high schoolers coming around. Yep.
If it was in Oklahoma, University of Tulsa would be there.
Yep, UC Central Oklahoma. Yep. Shout out to UCO.
Langston will be up in there.
Yeah, shout out to Langston for sure.
So all those, kind of satellite situations going on. If it was in Nebraska, Creighton to be there. So it wasn't just that was a dope conference, man. That was a dope conference. That was fun. That was fun them years, man. I was BSA VP my junior year, man. I was when I was getting love. I was getting love, man.
Now, what reasons did you do it for, though?
Well, no,
did you do it to when you get to college? I feel like you join things because you think you're going to be genuinely interested in it and you want to make a difference, and then you get in it and realize the benefits and the reasons for being in it, and then you're like, oh, I'm in this.
But see, no, I got impeached.
You got impeached?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How the hell do you get impeached from a student organization?
From a black student organization at that, right?
What the hell was you on?
No, because I wanted the group to be more radical.
Oh yeah, well that sounds about right.
Yeah, and I ended up,
Wait a minute. Did you start a riot on campus?
No, close to it.
Oh no. Is this like when you were rapping in school as a youth?
What do you mean rap? No. This is in college.
No, I know, but I've heard the story about you getting.
Oh no, that was sixth grade. That was
child.
That was sixth grade. You
have a history of being a rabble rouser in professional.
I've been kicked out of many places.
Now, what does this say for your acceptance for when your daughter comes back home in these same scenarios?
I was kicked out of 2 schools.
Are you going to be proud? Like, are you going to have to tell her, like, on the slide because her mom ain't going to be going for it? Like,
that's a good question.
Or is it going to be, like, turnabout? Is this going to be, now you got to deal with it?
Turnabout. I got to deal with that shit, man. I mean, but I went to Catholic schools and stuff, and I wasn't fucking around, man, and I didn't like it, man, and yeah, it was. But I got applicated.
They sent you to those schools because they knew how you was.
Yes. Like, no, it's crazy. Like, I've been fired from a lot of places, man, in my life, in general. But it all builds character. Okay. Like, I got fired from the school newspaper the last month of my school senior year. That was good, but all that stuff in college was because I was more radical. It wasn't the other when I always got kicked out of schools when I was younger. I didn't get kicked out of college.
So you should have like had a place on like school days. In other words, like
Dap. Everybody's called me Dap.
That would have made more
Dap
sense.
Or Fudge from a higher learner would probably be more applicable. But I graduated on time.
Okay. All right.
I was more like, so I was trying to get us, pushing us to try to do more radical things on campus. So that's why, and it was just like, they was just like, well, why don't you just leave and do your own organization? I was like, well, I'll do that then. And I did. I left and started my own organization with a couple of my buddies, and we start, doing our thing, man.
So
I was still in the school's paper. Still in the school's paper for our newsletter. Because like in the journalism department, you got free printing privileges.
Yes.
And I used to go in there like 8, 9 o'clock and just use that motherfucker up.
You didn't want to be in the school paper at the University of Missouri because that's where they put the pictures of everybody got locked up.
Right, we call it the DPS log, where the log everything, all the people that got arrested over the week.
That was some pure hate. That's one of the most egregious moments of hate of all time.
And understand people used to. Well, I used to get up in the mornings and get the school paper, even though I worked at the school paper, just to see who was in the log, though. Mm-hmm. That's like getting up and getting on media takeout or something. Mm-hmm. Like exactly. You would sit there eating your little, your donut or something in the comments. It was World Star
before World Star.
There you go. It was World Star early.
It's like college TMZ or something.
You'd be like, oh, snap. Chris got ran over by a horse? Like, what the fuck? Like, drunk? Like...
So they brought out this is a conversation for another time because I want to really get into it, but they brought out a graph of the best schools to party and get an education at, and
it's simultaneously.
Yeah, but it's like a 4-part graph where it's like you can have the ones where you're not going to get a good education and not party, ones where you're going to party and get a good education, the ones where you're not going to party at all. Like they did the whole thing, and like they had like the schools all.
What was number 1, Mizzou?
It wasn't like by number; it was like by logo in the different parts of the thing.
What Mizzou was at the top?
In the party education blend, mm-hmm. Yeah, it was in that part of it. Iowa State wasn't too far away from it. It was like right underneath it. So when I looked at this, it made all the sense about why this show exists in the world.
When you saw the graph, like, this makes a whole bunch of sense.
Okay. All right. I said we were pretty far away from Princeton. I'll put it that way. So.
Oh, was Princeton no kicking it in all the education?
Yes, no kicking it all education.
I bet the Ivy League probably kicking it probably the most would probably be Columbia. Because it was in New York.
Stanford's not an Ivy League school, right?
No, but it's Ivy League West, they call it. And that was up there for both kicking it. And
I didn't take a lot of time to look at it yet. I'm gonna look at it again. But
what was it on? To let people know.
It's on Barstool.
It's on Barstool.
Barstool's Instagram thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let's jump in. Let's jump in.
Check it out. Hold up.
Mailbag or
I've got a. Meanwhile, while you were canvassing.
Oh, that's right. Your Lives and Times.
While you were canvassing this, I decided to try to dip my toe into how upper middle class white people have fun. So they opened up a Top Golf finally here in St. Louis. And I knew that if I went early enough, it wouldn't have gotten, what's the best way to put this?
Hooded out?
Blacked out quite yet.
But will it get, do you think it will be?
Yeah, people are already moseying out there. I think eventually people will realize they're not letting you just stand around and hang out so people will leave. But you always know what happens here. Somebody's going to want to throw a party there. And then that's going to pretty much ruin it. Because somebody's going to get thrown off like the second deck of Top Golf or get drunk and fall into the net.
I should think about that. That was one of my ideas.
see what happens? So yeah, I went out there and played golf for the first time. Golf, if you call that golf. I went out there and hit balls for the first time in 9 years. And I really felt like, man, I'm taking a step forward as an adult here. It was a good time though. I went there with like five of my homeboys, and
so was
varying talents.
What's percentage black to white?
So it was, I don't know, probably 90-10. I can't see everybody that's there because I don't know who's underneath me. I don't know who's above me.
Right.
You know, but I mean, I was out there.
So it's a commons area you can just hang out in just in general?
Well, there's a bar. There's like a bar area, and then like a place where you come out at.
But is it a big enough bar that people will want to kick it in that bar?
It's about as big of a bar as in like a nightclub or something like that.
Okay, so. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they should have known their demographic. You have to make people almost have to golf to be here.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It is still.
Okay.
I think you got to still have your wristband or whatever.
Or I'm waiting for my.
Yeah.
For my.
They might let you hang out by the window if you're a good enough looking woman. Women usually can get around stuff like that, but.
So you think Ray and them getting out there?
I saw a few of them.
Oh, yeah. Did?
First night. It was Monday after the first weekend it opened. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when little Levante and.
But see, the thing is, though, do they want to ride out there though?
I think that the police are gonna up.
I was just gonna say, cats start. Oh man, they running cats tags out here.
Yeah, I think that the police gonna up the ante on that. I mean, because they already been tight since the outlet mall opened up out there.
Yeah, them cats are stealing out there like a month.
Yeah, they're not gonna just be having cats out there just doing whatever they want to do. But no, it was fun though. It was a good time. Golf is all right. I see that's where my life is headed. I haven't played basketball in over a year because my toe been messed up. So I just been
think of something else.
Yeah, now I'm starting to see why people are doing that. So I now, right after that, the PGA Championship came to St. Louis. And for the life of me, I can't understand why anybody wants to go to watch golf live. I just can't. I can't get into that. Like,
unless I got some VIP access where I'm drinking or something and we kicking it. Like I'm in the corporate suite type situation.
Exactly.
I ain't just standing at the 13th hole.
No, I'm not standing outside all day just watching people hit a golf ball. I'm just not doing that. Like there's no way. I'm not that assimilated yet. So no, but that was a good time, man. It wasn't quite as fun as canvassing the national campus tour, but so what we got, man? What we got on emails?
Oh man, you may want to check this out though too when we go into our last topic, just to pass it on to you.
Okay.
But jumping this mailbag, first one is coming up. Hold on, let me pull it up here.
We need some hold music.
Right. First one, this comes up from YT. He says, listen to the last episode with you all talking about the flag and the standing up and the sitting down segment. It's interesting to hear the disrespect, especially from a woman's perspective that was on your show. Not sure what her name was, but she sounded like she was bad. I'm like, man, shoot your shot, man. Shout out to Nicki. You can shoot your shot. I won't give out her information online, but shoot your shot, Nicki. I'll send this to you, Nicki, and you can shoot your shot back at YT. But as he continues, one thing that was brought up, I believe it may have been Daryl, that said, why don't athletes come together and pool their money together as a union to be able to thwart and be able to also sustain themselves throughout a real strike? Just want to see you all's thoughts. I also think that it's some bullshit as a whole with all this standing up and sitting down. But on top of it all, I just see that this is going to be nothing, and we're going to forget about what we are all here for with the situation with Kaepernick. Once again, love your show. Peace. YT. Shout out to YT.
Appreciate it, brother. I know we've went into that before, kind of about, why I don't, real quick just to touch on it again. I don't think that it's something that would be sustainable just because I don't see people trusting their situation outside. I mean, the unions barely get along the way that they do, so you'd have a union within a union. I see the concept of it and why it would be good, but I just don't see people making that sacrifice for themselves to do it and to trust their money somewhere else when they already, in a lot of cases, are already, not realizing what they can do with their money as is.
Yeah, I was saying like 5%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't saying like you giving them 40% like you tithing to some shit, or giving them taxes. I was saying a small amount, minimal amount. And maybe you set up like a tax situation. If you making $1 million, we cap it off at $250,000. But if you only make $100,000, it's only 3%. Whatever it is that you can feed off everybody, so everybody can kind of live. We can really get this real money. That's kind of what my perspective was, or that we can really, cause some change. Next up, this one is from Mike D. He says, "Love the last episode. It was great to hear so many different perspectives on this. I don't even know where I really actually even stand on the situation with this flag and the standing up. I do believe that everyone should have their right to do it, but at the same time, an employer does have his right to tell you what to do. But I do hate that Jerry Jones is out here acting a damn fool. Did you all see," and he's put the link in there, "that he was not taking his hat off when it came to the national anthem because he said his hair was messed up? Just really don't see the hypocrisy in all of this. Dope show as always."
Hold up.
No, that's true.
So we not taking our hats off because our hair messed up.
Yeah,
but we can't.
He said he forgot his hair was because his hair was messed up.
Oh no, that's not.
And you're disrespecting the flag, right? Ain't they
right.
disrespecting the flag?
If your hair disrespecting the flag, you gotta let that happen.
Hey, look, a lot of things can happen. If hair disrespect the flag, that's fine. I'm sure the flag will be okay with it.
Yeah, no. If your hair messed up, that's you disrespecting a lot more than the flag. You need to take your lumps with that. Yeah, that ain't good enough reason. I ain't letting that slide.
Jerry out here, boy. Jerry out here, Jerrying, boy.
Jerry gon' Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they told Jerry to sit down, though. They told him to sit all the way down. Like, hey, man, you gotta quit talking, man. Like, you just gotta let it go.
Because he finna mess up their money for real.
Yeah, like, legitimately.
Yeah. Because you gotta remember, if the Cowboys are the number one team.
Did you call them the Pow Boys?
The Cowboys.
I'd be with that if you did.
The Pow Boys?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
The Towel Boys.
The thing is, though, is that they're the biggest team in professional football. If they're not popping, ain't nobody getting no money. Because people watch the Cowboys. They're a market team like that. They're the biggest market team. They're America's team, allegedly. I don't know if there's such thing as an America's team, but they coined that.
They've decided
they marketed themselves well in the early 80s, late 70s to become America's team. But I mean, Jerry gon' Jerry, man. Just like gerrymandering with campaigns.
Right.
All right. Last up in our mailbag. This one comes from Howard. He says, "Thank you all for getting this podcast together and keeping coming up with quality content every week. Wanted to see what you all thought about the Maryland situation with the player that died and the coach that basically doesn't want to leave from the team. He's talking a lot of cash shit, man. And it's messed up that this dude died because of the way that they ran their organization. Love what you all are doing. P.S. What do you all think about the NCAA new rights when it comes to basketball? Also, love you all when you all talk about so many different things. You got a lot of PSs here, man. Peace." Because he got another PS like about some other stuff too. And I'll show you that later on. Shit. Let's start from the Maryland situation. So people don't understand and know Maryland, University of Maryland. Durkin is his name. Mike Durkin.
I'm not sure. Pause for 1 second.
All right, but it's DJ Durkin is his name.
Oh, okay.
DJ Durkin. So
Yeah.
basically, I think his offensive lineman died because from exertion and heat exertion from being out there. And allegedly he
and that's been something that they've been trying to fight for some years because this was going on a couple of years ago, like way too often.
Well, I mean, shit, you guys remember NFL Corey Stringer died because of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and but that was, you got to think, that was 17 years ago now.
Yeah, well, I mean, something with the legacy of that shouldn't, it shouldn't have to be done again. At the same time, I saw that, and you had the kid from the Browns that had gotten arrested. And, he hadn't got arrested. He got a ticket, and, it was on tape, but he hadn't told Hugh Jackson or John Dorsey that it had happened. So they made him play all 55 snaps.
Hey, he tried to ball out though.
Yeah, he did. He went for it. But I was just at the same time, I was like, oh my God, like how can that be? How is that even like legal to do? Like that's still at the same time, it's like a risk. So that situation is kind of crazy though, man, because it's like somebody can't die and then you try to find a way to get yourself out of the firing range for it. Like that's real terrible to do if you do that. So I mean, what's your word on it?
Pay these boys. If they doing it like this, you need to be paid. Then.
I mean, still don't try to kill me.
I mean, but I'm just saying though, this is like, yo, and these coaches, man, let's get over this whole idea and this whole thing. And I even say this even in the corporate structure, period. This whole idea that we family and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you talk, you go into these families' living room and tell like, oh yeah, you know, these are all my sons and all my family, and you out there treating them like bullshit because they had checked for you. Right. Let's keep it 100. They had checked for you. Right. And you out there, this boy straight died on you. Right. I want to get props to the University of Maryland though. That president sat up there and said we fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like no, I don't even know. Like I don't know where the publicist and nothing. What is the PR publicist? Whoever it was, I don't know where they was at. He told them to go sit down somewhere. Right. I'm finna just go out here and speak from the heart.
Like, and the thing about it is
he ain't had no cars, no cars. He just sat up there at the podium and just like, yo, we fucked up. A dude died.
You gotta be 100%. You gotta be 100% above board with that. Like, you can't mess around with that. Like, especially if you Maryland too. You got Under Armour lined up in that too. Mm-hmm. You know, Under Armour is the biggest booster, supporter and booster of the entire school. You fool around, mess up your entire way of living. But you know, it's not about money, man. At the end of the day, it's like what's right, what's wrong, and that's the wrong thing to do when it comes to like dealing with people like that. So, I don't know. I mean. Anything that happens.
You know, he think he's still gonna have his job too, right?
Yeah. Okay. You ever see that movie called The Informant with Matt Damon?
Yes, sir.
Where he thought that he was gonna do all this snitching and do all of that ratting, and he was just gonna come away and be all good. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, not at all. So I don't know, man. That's a terrible situation, and that's like a legitimate like tragedy that is, you know, I think should be considered as such, and I think the way it's being handled is just as tragic.
And you know who's sitting there like, whoo, thank you, Maryland. You know who's like really happy that this happened on the low? Who? Urban Meyer. Oh. Urban Meyer like, whoo, thank you, Maryland. Good looking out.
Don't that ruling on that should be coming down like the next.
That dude probably didn't quietly got back to his office and everything on the low.
Well, they said that they was going to talk about it though a week before game started.
Right, he gonna be in it. He's in his office right now running plays. Nobody paying attention no more because all them cameras left and went to Maryland. Right. So he looking like the coast clear. Because you know he been dressed as a janitor and stuff going to work still. Still going to run plays and looking at tape.
He been putting on that
mustache, you know.
Right.
Because he's still been running tape. Like, I forgot who they had as the interim coach, but like, meet me in the boiler room.
This is Meyer Lansky.
And look, he got a whole nother room with like a whole plush area down in the boiler room. Like, yeah, go and bring the tapes with you too. And they sitting over there going over tape.
Jesus Christ.
Or he just make them come by the crib. Hey, when you leave there, you know where to come. But sir, I got my fantasy. No, you got to come by here though. After that, I got to see what you did at practice.
Like, it's a mess, man. But it's like anything that comes to you when you do something like that, you deserve it. Mm-hmm. Like straight up, like people send their kids away to be entrusted to you. Like, you look at them, you treating them like that just furthers the point about them being assets and not being people. Like, you can't push through like that. And I mean, I guess that's a little bit of a stepping stool into the thing about the NCAA. Yeah. I'd like to talk about that a little bit more in depth, you know, at some point in one of our upcoming shows, just because there's some interesting, you know, steps to that are going to, I'm interested to see how it happens. And it's
because one of my biggest questions about the agent thing is, what if my agent can represent me for the school? Like,
well, and the big thing about it is, for me though, is like it's almost like a guess who's coming to dinner type scenario.
It is
because the NBA and Team USA was like, hold up, what?
When y'all do that?
Hold on, this is actually happening. Like, this is happening now.
They weren't even prepared for it.
Right.
Like, because they said basically you can go pro whenever you want to almost. It's up to the NBA. NBA like, hold on, but we did this for y'all. We did this one and done thing for y'all.
Right, exactly.
Hold on, what are you talking about? I think that they're trying to basically angle it and put all the pressure on NBA. I think now I feel like.
Right, exactly.
Because it's like, oh well, if you don't get drafted, you could come back to school. So basically, it's like a free for all at that point. It's gonna put it on the NBA of saying like, yo, if you don't get invited to camp, you ain't gonna get drafted at all. So don't even stay in the draft. Don't waste our time.
Exactly.
With all the paperwork and stuff.
Well, so I mean, but it's going to be kind of good for those coaches that lose their guys. I mean,
it's going to be bad for it's going to be bad for coaches because if I have a kid that leave and I give his scholarship up, what happens with that? Can he transfer without?
Well, what it's going to do is it's going to slow down the quick rolling of recruiting, though. It's like they're going to have to open up the recruiting window.
And it's going to be a late summer recruitment too. It's going to be a late summer rush too.
Yeah, it's going to open up. It's going to
transfers too. It's going to be a lot of transfers late in the year too.
But they already had loosened up the transfer rules,
right?
But
I'm talking about you're going to have people transferring like May.
Yeah. What'll happen is that people will just stop giving away so many scholarships. Like you'll have more people that are on walk-on type scholarships, and then you can monetize them later.
All right, just hold off. We got you.
We got
wink,
you.
Wink.
You'll be here. You'll be here. We'll take care of you. They don't even have to wink it. They could say, hey, walk on. They have them come on as a walk on. Just enroll.
But if I'm a top 150 recruit, I'm not going to walk on nowhere.
Yeah, you can walk on. I mean,
but why would I walk on if I can get a full ride somewhere else?
Well, because you'll still get the full ride. It's not like you'll ever really be a walk on. Just for paper purposes, you got to say you're a walk on.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you just signed a letter of intent, though, and they just have over this amount of scholarships.
Well, the thing that's more interesting to me about how they balance this whole thing is how they determine to be an elite prospect.
That's what I want to know.
Like that's it. But we can go down that path. Like
I want to bring that up.
I want to really go. I want to really dig into that because there's a lot that goes into it.
Let's go. Let's get into some of my main topics, man.
Yeah, man. So the meat of the day here today is all based around folks getting aired out and issues happening here.
Calling out names.
So let's just start here.
Shout
first,
out to Corrupt. If anybody remember that song by Corrupt where he talked about DMX because DMX is trying to holler at Foxy Brown.
I think Zima got you pulling up some old tunes that you hadn't thought about.
I'm gonna play it on this show. You'll hear it in between these different in between every beef. We're gonna put calling out names in between.
All right, so here's the first one. Nicki Minaj airing folks out on the new album, plus hitting her ex heavy on the radio as well.
But then her ex hit her back heavy too.
So let's break it down.
So basically, Nicki Minaj is just scrambling for attention. I feel like at this point, Cardi B has just got her in a frizzy.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like
Remy Ma set her up. Remy Ma's like Antonio Tarver with Roy Jones, where Antonio Tarver knocked him out, but it really didn't go down till Glenn Johnson knocked him out that next fight and like knocked him out cold. Oh. Where he didn't, they had to like roll him out the ring on the stretcher.
Yeah, he got that Oliver McCall.
But that's how I felt like the situation is though. Remy Ma set her up.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B has knocked her out.
Yeah, well, I mean, so it's kind of like she's Ryu, then Ken show up, and you like, what the hell?
I thought I just beat you, one of y'all.
No, you and me with a blonde wig on. Like, oh no.
Literally and figuratively, because Cardi wearing that blonde wig.
Right, exactly. She kind of got that Spanish hint to her, the whole thing, But it's but yeah, I mean, so she, the whole thing about her album, I didn't realize what was the trigger with this whole thing, like why it was happening, why it was going down. But I mean, she just hit like random shots
at random people, a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, like she hit Karuchi up. Like I'm like, she don't even rap. Like how you hit somebody?
She hit up DJ Self, a DJ in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like yo.
They hit up Young Thug.
Yeah, I'm
like what they got to do with this?
But she came out with a song called Dreams. I think she's playing with it. That people thought was a diss song. It's not a diss song. It's just like Biggie's Dreams. Mm-hmm. Wasn't no big deal with that. But I think that people have been waiting for her fall, man. Like real talk, people are tired of that persona. I feel like that Nicki gives off to people. Mm-hmm. I think people do love to build you up and shit like that. But I think the thing that ferments your fall per se, because no one always will fall, is the way you treat people.
Right.
Like if your fall don't end up having necessarily be a fall, it's like, okay, you're just not as popular as you used to be. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But like this is a fall because people just don't fuck with her no more.
Which is weird. Like I would think there's more room for like multiple rappers to do the same thing. So why? I mean, male rappers do the same thing.
But I guess for women too, though. But I just think she personally has rubbed a lot of people.
You think she alienated a base or like?
Well, no, not fan wise, but I think industry wise she has.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then that trickles down into regular folks at the industry because we live in an internet age. So now it's just not, oh yeah, a couple of DJs and a couple of promoters don't fuck with you. Now they told 10 other people that they know. Now they jumping on social media like, yeah, my boy that run the club in Newark, New Jersey said Nicki a bitch. So now them other 10 people see that and then so the whole thing is that it's a perpetual thing. And then she gives out that thing like she thinks she's a diva though and shit.
So do
Mariah Carey, prime example, fall off.
Yeah.
She was wearing that diva that like I'm the diva.
So do you have the comments that she said about Safari though?
About his hairline, like she paid for his hairline, the prostitutes that he paid for, or do you want to talk about that he was trying to steal money from her?
See, yes and yes, yes and yes. So like, what's too far when it comes to hitting your ex? Like what do you look at and like you just figure it's like, hold up, like I know y'all not flexing with each other anymore, but
I won't do it at all.
Oh, I wouldn't either. But I mean, like,
I can say whatever the fuck about me on Instagram, whatever. I will never talk about somebody.
So there's no way you shoot back ever.
Never.
Okay.
Never. I would never shoot back. Because I think it's corny as fuck when I see other people do it.
I feel like you haven't lived though until you've seen somebody you used to mess with hit you up on the internet somewhere.
Oh no,
or make some comments so like your name ringing out.
Oh no, I've been aired out online before.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't always married.
No, you were not. No.
I've been aired out online. I was aired out early Facebook before all y'all 9 cats that didn't go to college and got on. I got aired out early.
Yeah.
Multiple times on there. Because
Yeah.
you got to remember Facebook used to show when you broke up with somebody. Remember the little in relationship thing when you broke up?
That little heart used to break.
Yeah, and then you could comment on the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook finally got. It's been gone for a long time. But y'all people that didn't get on Facebook till after that shit, that's when shit used to get aired out was then.
Like I got broke up with and got a comment dropped on me on Instagram, and I was like, yo, like, come on, man, like, what's this?
She broke up with you and then want to drop a comment on your page?
Exactly. I always get broke up with. I never do.
You never broke up with somebody else?
I probably haven't. Yeah, I did at one point, but I mean, like for the most part, I always get broke up with because I'm pretty cool. It's hard to get me fed up. But
no, see, I'm a little bit different. I've always been broken up with, but I've always left. If that makes sense.
You leaving home like Bill Bixby on Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, it's more like when the dude say he going to go get cigarettes from the 7-Eleven and he don't come back, and you just go put the paperwork in for being divorced, and he just don't show up in court. But it's like, so technically you did file for divorce, but he did leave to go to the 7-Eleven and he come back. That's how mine normally go.
Tell your mother I'm never coming home.
Exactly. But and so I never necessarily just like, yo, we can kick it. I just don't show up no more.
Oh, that's fair.
It's the young folks would say, it's called ghosting, I guess.
You were doing it back before.
Man,
you was ghosting people before it was even popular to do it.
I was double ghosting, where I was like, I'd be there and not be there at the same time.
Well, how does that work?
I would come and hit and then leave at a certain time and then not call, then pick back up around. So I would be constantly like a figure 8. Like ghosting, not ghosting, ghosting, not ghosting. You are a scourge of society. Yeah, man. That's why, man. Look, man, it was some bad times, man, back in the day, man.
So like, I guess you
party promoting though really take you down the wrong path.
It was a life that chose you, not that you chose yourself. So meanwhile, while that's going on, you also brought to my attention that Lauryn Hill was getting yet again laid out.
No. This is the worst laying out ever of Lauryn Hill. First of all, shout out to Robert Glasper. Great pianist, great
What's
musician.
his name again?
Robert Glasper.
Okay.
He won a Grammy 3 or 4 years ago for best alternative R&B album, and he's won for best jazz album, all that good shit.
Okay.
So he's got a group now, the group with called August Green. It's him, Common, and Kareem Riggs, I believe. They have a super group thing they got going. So he was touring, promoting that. So he went to a show, and he's from Houston. So he went on, the Houston radio show locally.
Okay. And
they asked him, like, yeah, he's like, have you ever worked with somebody you can work with? And he's like, yeah, of course. And he was like, we want to really know. And he was like, you ain't got to tell us. And he's like, oh, no, I'll tell you. And I got one name right now. And he's like, I mean, you ain't got it. No, you ain't got No. Lauryn Hill. Yo, everybody, look, if the people's souls could have came out of them and they came back into them, like, yo, what? And they like, what? And they like, yeah. He's like, so he started going in about some of the story, basically, how she fires her bands while she's on the road, and auditioning for a band while you're there. So like, say if we in a band and we in Chicago, she could be auditioning for a new band at the Hyatt to go on tour with her while we still there.
So it's like when Johnny Gill walked into the locker room.
There you go. And Ralph Tresvant didn't know what was going on.
So she's making Ralph Tresvants on the run
all the time.
Oh no, she's got a Tresvant factory.
And then he said, the real bomb drop was like, you ain't even writing none of them songs for real on Miseducation and Lauryn Hill for real. So you need to quit acting like you a diva and you this person that's dope when it comes to music when you ain't even writing none of that shit.
Ooh.
That was the one that was like, whoa. And he's like, and you want to know how I can tell? You want to know how I'm not lying about it? She ain't made another one. I was clutching my pearl. I was like, you right, sir? Sir, you are right.
Ooh, tell him.
That's what I said, girl. Tell him, girl. I was like, damn. Because he was like, yo, she shouldn't be acting like this in her career. You know what I'm saying, at this point. And he was like, yo, she know what the fuck she is and what she about.
I mean,
and I was like,
have more people like stopped flexing with somebody than her though? Like, think about it.
No, nobody fucks with her.
Like, nobody in the Fugees, nobody in the like.
The Fugees reunion is fucked up because of her.
Yep.
A part of me is like, would they be dicks to go ahead and just do a Fuji reunion and like grab like Jill Scott or somebody?
They need to do it with the white girl that Wyclef had with him when he was here.
She was dope?
Oh my God. The little white girl walked out there looking like, she would be working at Starbucks. And she went out there and blew out all of the hits. All of the hits.
So she was doing the Fugees parts. For
Killing Me Softly, she did Lauryn Hill's entire part, the high note and everything, at least as strong as Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
At least as strong. Like, people were in the audience looking at each other like, what?
Yeah, I was saying that they need to maybe still. I think people want to see Fugees on tour though. Like a Fuji reunion will make stupid money.
Yeah, but I think Lauren's so poisonous, people don't want to
fuck with her.
Don't want to mess with anything that she's involved with.
Yeah, because it's like you gonna fuck up the tour and everybody gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, she's like low key the female Bobby Brown.
She's worse than Bobby Brown from what people saying.
But I mean, so like, imagine that.
That's true though. That's true. Sidebar. Did you see the new Drew Hill?
Did you see them shoes?
Yeah. Yo, I've never saw a merging of groups.
Yes, they merged together like a business that was going out of business, and like they needed to.
That's exactly what I thought about it. But like it's like, oh well, shit, y'all sell shoes, we sell laces. Why don't we merge together?
Y'all sell shoes. Wait a minute, who sells shoes and who sells laces?
Drew Hill be selling shoes, laces. Players only got one song that people know about.
Okay.
And their main producer died. Shout out to Static Major. If anybody knows Static Major, he's the one that did produced Lollipop for Lil Wayne.
What did he die from?
Something like regular like liver cancer or something something like regular shit, not like nigga shit that you was thinking it was. You thought it was gonna be he died from off lean or some shit.
Oh no, I'm just always interested to hear how people die, so I can make sure I don't do the same things and try to die myself. Like if I can avoid it, I don't want to die that way.
So you have a long running list of like, oh damn, okay, well then.
Yeah, let me not do this because people legitimately are dying from this. Yes, that's how I try to live my life.
All right, what we got next, man?
So next up we have a return of topics of sort. Dak Prescott and the Sunken Place. So, in Dallas, somebody has...
It's a football player. He went to Stephen F. Austin.
Okay, so the football player from Stephen F. Austin has made a mural of Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott's face looking just like my man from Get Out's, and that's how deep he is in the game with Jerry Jones. And being Jerry Jones' boy to a certain extent in that way. So, I don't know what to say about that, but it's but yeah, so it kind of is what it is. Yes or no? Is Dak Prescott in a sunken place?
Yes. Is it his fault though? No. He has no place he can go. He has to go there. Now he could have played a little bit differently, but he couldn't come out with his black fist up.
Okay.
He ain't got a guaranteed contract. He making like $22,000 in a bucket of chicken right now still because he was a third or fourth round pick.
Third round pick, I think.
Yeah, he ain't making no money. He can't do nothing. He can't say nothing. He can't do nothing.
So from his heart, he's got to be Jerry Jones' boy just out of pure surprise.
Principality, man.
Oh man, that's a rough life right there.
All principality.
That's a rough life. Well, the mural is is phenomenal. I mean, it's just like, oh my god.
Yo, it's great.
Like, what's happening with artists being memorialized this year? Not memorialized. I'm sorry. Being what's the word I'm looking for there?
Summer jams.
Canonized almost.
There
Like
you
it's But I mean, they LeBron has been put on the side of it feels like 50 buildings in L.A. Dak Prescott, they're keeping the Chronicles.
But they keep messing up one of them.
Yeah, no, they put another one up. We'll see how long that one lasts. But
LA fans are some dicks.
you know, so it's so I mean, you know, we got all these struggles going on, but it'll be interesting to see if this brother can crawl his way out of this hole and get back to being, you know, who he really needs to be. Because yeah, man, that's too bad for him. But it is kind of true. It is kind of is what it is.
It's definitely true.
Speaking of the sunken place, our most sunk brother in society these days.
He's also a part of the Infinity Fucklet.
The Infinity Fuckery Gauntlet.
Fuckery Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Or this the Fuckery Gauntlet.
So, I thought that initially this might be a headline from like The Onion or something. Like, I was like, there's no way this is really happening. But then I went back and looked at it.
Source to see the
Well, I had to go back and look, and it said MSN posted the article, and I was like, yo, MSN post my article. So they gotta be real. I hope they real. Please be real, because you put my work out. And I've been on MSN like 3 times in the last month. So it's like
I use it as a hallmark for my career.
Like it's what people show when they want to talk about me well when I'm not around. So like that's what I hope is real. But Kanye West, Papa John's has reached out to Kanye West about potentially being their spokesman in their effort to rehab their image in the black community.
It should be him and Dak Prescott.
They might as well just take the whole gauntlet and have Papa John standing on the commercial with the fucking gauntlet.
Now, do they get OJ notes though with this? When they all come together as OJ notes?
Listen, man, who would you rather have trying to sell you pizza at this point, Kanye or OJ?
OJ. That sounds fucked up, but OJ.
If OJ's on a commercial, I'm more likely to not get as upset immediately.
Yo, y'all don't understand when we get a chance to meet OJ, it's gonna be a brouhaha.
Yeah, he probably gonna headbutt at least one of them.
Oh, one guaranteed. Like OJ, you OJ knows though. We put you at the top.
Like, what the hell that mean?
OJ knows.
And then you gonna come to my house looking for his Heisman Trophy. It ain't here.
Do you have the Infinity Gauntlets? R. Kelly's not here. He's part of the gauntlet. He's with.
I don't. If you want to find gauntlet stones, you got to go to like Brioni Knights or like Hadley's or something.
That's not where R. Kelly would be at? He's one of the gyms.
R. Kelly's would be at a high school gym.
Yeah, he'd be at U City.
He'd be at a middle school.
Ooh, damn.
U City right up the street. He probably right there.
He ready?
It's like a Legend of Zelda map.
I mean,
looking for R. Kelly.
But Papa John's, that shows that their whole, because this was them after they let go of the CEO and owner. This is their new plan, is with the Kanye West situation.
Right.
Yes.
This is part of the rehab plan.
Yes.
Is to bring Kanye in.
That means that your whole executive staff is clueless as fuck, and it wasn't just the fucking owner.
Yes. That's exactly what that means. Yes.
Y'all wanted to act like he was y'all were just some yes men to him or something. No, it was all y'all. It was all.
This is what people do that don't have access to the ready to market brothers of the NFL. They just start shooting in the dark.
Yep, and just hoping.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Maybe Kanye West? People like Kanye West, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never hear anything bad about him. Yeah, let's call Kanye, see if he's willing to do it.
At this point, every executive staff has to have a black person on it. Like, that is entrenched in blackness, though.
Like a truly black person.
Yeah, you got, at this point, because you have to know what's going on that darker side of, like, that black Twitter and things like that.
Well,
you got to be able to know that underbelly. Because when that underbelly come out, you'll be, it's like the Kraken, and you don't even know it just shows up and sucks up your ship, and you asking why. So
if you were Papa John's, what black person would you think? What black person can come in and
OJ
say
and LaShawn McCoy together? Fuck it.
Dog, it might
actually that is our highest listened show of the year for the record.
Really?
The OJ and LaShawn McCoy.
That's kind of sad. Kind of okay.
It's kind of sad.
I don't know. I don't really think our responsibility here is to uplift the society in any way, shape, or form.
This is make y'all laugh and give y'all some bright shit.
This is purely just to point out what's actually happening out here. Yeah. That's all it is. And
but no, on a real though, probably some. I mean, they ain't got enough money to fuck with Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? They ain't got they check not big enough.
Jay-Z's not gonna do it,
right? But I'm saying, in that check probably, even if they break their whole marketing budget just on him.
Yeah, alone. He would make sure they did it and then still say no. Like
just for the presentation.
Like, could they get the Migos?
That's fucking up that whole southern. You got to get somebody that. What about Huey from Huey and the Blowfish? What's his name?
Hootie?
Yeah, Hootie.
I mean, them ain't no brothers gonna care about them anyway.
Don't matter. He's the face that makes you feel.
They need to get somebody that needs help, like John Jones, or like go get Mike.
No, because it's not. You gotta be big enough that it still is acceptable.
Go get Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson might not even take.
Mike Tyson's pretty Teflon, man. Like Mike will do it just to be like whatever. And everybody's gonna automatically know Mike is probably already like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to get a check. Y'all know that.
Yeah, like I'm here to recoup.
I'm trying to think, man. That's a good question. Rick Ross.
Oh, I mean, you know, the brother that could really be in there doing it, and then they'd just be like, yeah, y'all are completely out of touch. They'd probably go get like Flow Rider.
Yeah.
And we'll be like,
I can see the commercial. They spinning the pizza round, round.
I don't know if anybody's made more money off of music that I'm not even aware of than Flow Rider.
No, made the most music off of just one singles on his album. Not 4 albums, just one song. He gets one good song and comes out with it and rocks it. He's got like 4 or 5 multi-platinum songs.
Yeah, he's dumb rich off of just ringtone songs.
Yep.
So he'd be perfect for Papa John's. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect for Papa John's.
And he could perform at the Papa John's arena in
Did they rename that yet?
Louisville? Oh, no. Them checks has already been cut.
Well, yeah, but they said they changed the name on it, though.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Are they returning checks?
They might be.
Oh, they got the ACC money, man. They okay now.
Yeah, they're like, we'll do what it takes. Like, the state of Kentucky's been like, we need to change this. Yeah. They'll give us subsidies.
And Louisville's always, because Louisville's got a lot of bad stuff popping on. They was like, you know what, we first out. I just thought about that. Because they got the Patino situation. They like, we ain't looking good around now. They rehired Bobby Petrino. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we can't have all this going on. We already kind of out here wilding.
Yeah, we out here tripping. Like,
so, you know what? We going to go ahead and give you this check back. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy yourself.
Actually, can we do it over 12-month installments back? Because we kind of spent some of it.
We spent a lot of this money.
For naming rights, we spent a lot of that paper already. We spent a lot
of this money already. Like, so just please let us know what we need to do in order to save ourselves and to not have to give this money back to you in full.
So we got another gem in the fuckery gauntlet.
Potentially.
No, this is a deep conversation I want to go into with this Omarosa situation. Could she have been inside helping us out as black people as the whole time?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool, okay. Just wanted to present that. Or is she just angling for herself at this point, and she's the fucking biggest ultralist ever?
She is the person without a country more so than anybody else in America right now. Like, she has no people at all.
Her, OJ.
OJ's got people.
More than Omarosa think?
Oh, yeah. Black people are still behind OJ, man. Black people haven't given up on OJ. Yeah. We're so invested in OJ at this point just because we all cheered for him because we thought that OJ was being oppressed. I'm still not saying OJ didn't do it. Even if he did, he didn't do it. I'm too far into.
Yeah, you put too much into the bag.
Yeah, I'm not changing my mind now. I'm just not.
Too long. It was 95. 96.
He didn't do it. I spent more than half of my life being invested in him not doing it. So, Omarosa is the most countryless black person alive. Period.
Yeah. So, we have Xander sitting here with us. Xander, say hey.
Hey.
We're about to get in a lot of trouble this segment.
Yeah. But go ahead, man.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh, no. But so we saying that Omarosa is she a secret agent?
She's not a secret agent just because it's like, I mean, in order to be a secret agent, she's for the longest, the only thing that she's done has done whatever gets her over the most. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever she can align with, but she tried to come back to us to get like salvation or something. And it's like, that's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You can't do that. You can't come back.
No, but the thing is, though, is that they don't know what adventures in parenting, y'all. So, so we had to get her situated in another room so we can get back to the Infinity Fuckery Gauntlet situation. But so go your Omarosa thing of her coming back.
She can't come back.
Can she go? Can she at least get a plate?
No, she needs to go to like see what the Mexicans are doing, or like go and see like what.
I mean, I don't know now that she was down with them in that wall. So did she have a home there either?
Go and see. You need to go and see.
What about Norwegians?
Maybe the Japanese. I don't know. Something. The Russians. The Russians are taking on all things American.
They don't want anybody black though in Russia.
Well, she didn't want to be black for like 15 years.
And she killed Michael Clark Duncan.
Exactly. You can't come back after that.
So I mean, yo, she's up her calling out. She's up her like, yo, I got the tapes. But it makes sense that somebody like her would have all that shit, don't it?
I mean,
like
yeah.
When you hire somebody like that, you gotta know that if it goes left, they gonna go right.
I mean, he hired somebody just like him, only in black woman form.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that's how it works.
But she was slick with it though. She held on to that shit though. She took all that. We did a couple podcasts clowning her getting fired. She took all that and was like, I'm gonna wait till my book come out. She was patient. I will give her that props. So she was patient. Most people would have been like, man, I gotta say my shit now though. I got fired. I ain't gonna, that emotional thing, of wanting to clap back. She sat on it. Until my book was ready.
She's gonna do whatever it takes to get her over. Period. Mm-hmm. Point blank. Like she's in it for the pure survival.
Shout out to Omarosa on the low. If she can bring down this regime, that'd be amazing. But I don't think that nothing's gonna come of it because Trump and Drake are Teflon. Nothing can take them down unless they themselves fall.
I mean,
Trump and Drake are the most Teflon people in this world.
We're gonna see. The fall for Trump is coming.
But it's gonna be his own doing. No, it's not gonna be anything like the Congress does. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be outside influence. It's gonna be his own doing. You see what I'm saying? Like if this tape comes out, I'm saying nigga a whole bunch of times, and I'm not even sure that's gonna get him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Some people may be like, I want to call people a nigga too.
I mean, I want to, but I just can't do that everywhere.
I can see it. But you got a clip though, man. We're gonna start playing soon.
Yeah, I got to break down.
We're gonna play that next week.
I got inside intel. I got information that needs to be located and needs to be heard by the people. I have inside conversation intel of Omarosa and Trump, and I'm gonna share it with the people because I think the people need to hear these things.
Do you think that she's gonna come out with some more tape, or do you think she's bluffing?
No, I think she's a legitimate idiot in any way, shape, or form.
You don't think she's lying about what she's saying?
I don't think she's smart enough to bluff. Because she just get her back to the wall and then she gonna do whatever it takes to get herself over.
So she gotta have this if she was coming out swinging like this.
Exactly. That's what she has. That's all that she has. I mean, she's got to do that because that's the only way that she can get herself over.
Would you hit Omarosa?
Probably.
Hey, cats keep it real though, boy. Cats keep it real.
Can't stay though.
Right, but I'd hit though. I actually have a couple of drinks with it and everything kick it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't stay though.
Nah.
I mean, that just is what it is.
Can Stacey Dash stay overnight?
No, I don't want to talk. Anybody I don't want to talk to can't stay overnight. Like, I ain't hard up enough in life to be like, I just need somebody to be here. No, I'm good. I'm fine. If I'm going to use my pass, I'm going to use it where it matters. Right. And it ain't going to be on Stacey Dash or Omarosa. But, I mean, all things considered.
Yeah, people are asking why we didn't put Omarosa in the bracket.
No, because I wasn't trying to get the bracket balled up and burnt up.
Now, that'd been fun if we put her versus Stacey Dash in round one, though. Thinking back, that was a go-to moment for us right there. Then put her versus Oprah. That winner versus Oprah.
I mean,
that would have been a golden moment, but that's all hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, how could we go back now? And I mean, it is.
But shout out to our runner-up in the bracket, Angela Bassett, who is turning 60 years old today, and dropped a selfie in a full bathing suit, killing it.
God bless, man.
Yeah, and one of our listeners, shout out to, I think it was Be Live. He sent the picture on our Twitter and told us to send it to Dub and tell Dub to tell her happy birthday. So I immediately sent it to Dub and said, hey, one of our listeners said for you to tell Angela Bassett happy birthday.
Wait, where is his insight to finding Angela Bassett?
Remember, he was the one really clowning the bracket, upset and mad about it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's like, how was Angela Bassett even sniffing the Final Four, let alone the finals?
Okay, that's fine. That's
yeah,
fair.
you know, look, the vitriol was there, man. Look, I feel vindicated after that bracket.
Hey, man, I want to get into the main event for this week.
Let's go.
We about an hour in.
Yep,
so
exactly
say we can get in. It's been some things I've been needing to get off my chest. Things I need to address. Types of people I need to address.
Yes, sir.
So here's what I have. After a summer, a up and down summer, it's getting closer to fall. These are the 5 type of people that need to be punched in the face. Now, before we start with this, there's some givens. Like the Ku Klux Klan and, you know, trolling in social media people. Hey, yeah, that is what it is. These are people that we come across
on a day-to-day
basis. People that we know, some of which we consider to be loved ones. But sometimes they need to be punched in the face too. So I don't know if you have yours to go along with mine.
We can go back and forth. Yeah. I got a
So
couple in mind.
number 1 for me are people that wait to turn left in the lane that you need to turn right in. Like you get to a stop sign and it's one of them double turn lanes where you can turn left in it or right, but they waiting to turn left. But you can't turn left through a red, but you can turn right. So you just stuck sitting there and you could have been going while they sitting there because they didn't have the patience to just get in the car, get in the lane behind the car.
That was another lane.
That's going to be turning left anyway. Who in the hell do you think you are?
The only time you can go in that lane with that left and that right lane together is if there's a green light.
Exactly, because then everybody's moving, it's making things move quicker. But
Yeah.
if you're not going to make that light, you need to get in the left lane. And let the people that's coming along get in the right lane. I'm fed up. I'm pissed off.
That's
I'm pissed off.
So did you get into a fight almost in traffic? Man?
No. I'm black. I would get shot. But I'm just talking about in general. If I get out of the car in traffic and walk up on another car where I live, I'm getting shot. Police gonna come down out the trees. They didn't even know they was up there. They got a substation on the roof of somebody's house. Shot me. I ain't doing that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I don't want people to get punched in the face. This one is for Megyn Kelly. Shout out to LeBron James. That's it.
Okay.
For everybody that was talking shit about the just shut up and shoot boy.
Was that Megyn Kelly that said that?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought it was the other chick.
I thought it was Megyn Kelly. That said it to LeBron, like shut up and shoot, or whatever it may be. Yeah, are people on that? And also, I want to give also a punch in that same vein.
Laura Ingraham.
Laura Ingraham. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'm sorry, Megyn Kelly. You don't need to be punched for that.
No, it's not. She needs to be punched. We're not advocating violence.
Not her
against the person.
specifically,
People
but those
like
people with
her.
that mind state.
Yes.
My other one is those people that hate LeBron so much that they trying to find some other ways to hate on what he did to school.
Yeah. Like Donald Trump? Or,
No.
Oh.
I had. Do you know the your ears to the streets? The brother Umar Johnson.
Yes, I'm aware.
I saw someone use him as a reason why. Well, LeBron don't even own the school for real. We should own our own stuff. This is the type of dude you get with LeBron. Now this is the same dude. He's in one of our groups. He's the same guy that hates on anything. So then people start calling him out like, "Yo, you've never said anything positive LeBron James ever in your life."
Right. Like if you don't
period.
like dude, you disqualify your opinion.
Yeah, you disqualifying yourself from everything in general.
Okay. So my next person are people that wear the jersey of their team's rival in that rival city. For example, I walk around town and see people
And not going to a game.
not just at the grocery store. Like people have on Chicago Cub jerseys in St. Louis at the grocery store. Man, you better knock that off. You lucky I'm at a point in life right now where I'm not feeling any sort of way about that type of stuff anymore.
Where are they living at when they doing it?
I don't know. It's just people to walk around having a little license plate. Somebody was having trouble getting over in traffic yesterday. What happens when I get around them? They got a Kansas Jayhawks license plate frame on. I'm like,
But
you ain't
that's
supposed
a
to
little
be
bit
over
different,
here.
though. I think the KU thing is a little bit different. Because there's a lot of KU graduates that are here.
I don't care. You in Missouri. You in Mizzou country. You don't come over here with that.
So you
leave
think
that
it'd be
where
okay
it
if
was
it's in
at.
Kansas City, though, a little bit different?
Oh yeah, it's all over the place over there. But Kansas City is
all the same
yeah,
state,
it's
too,
two completely different.
So if U of I is okay if you see U of I stuff?
Like Illinois over here?
Yeah.
I guess, but nobody likes Illinois, so I mean nobody's gonna be wearing that. So people to do that. My next one, number 3 for me, or the people that you know that put you in the group text with people that you don't know.
And then there's one person that you don't know that keeps responding to the whole group.
And they just doing it forever. Like they're going in forever in the day.
And they talking about regular stuff that's between them two.
Right.
Like, did you pick up them groceries and everything?
Or they start posting memes and you like, hold up. I was supposed to be in this because I was going to be in town for the weekend. This needs to end. Mm-hmm. But then that puts you in the position of being the asshole where you got to go in.
Or you got to be like, can you take me off of this?
Right. Nobody wants to have to do that.
Yeah. But that's what group me is for, though.
People don't want to go through the simple effort of putting a group me together.
It takes just as long as you to put all the damn numbers in there to send a text message.
It takes longer to put a text message string together than to make a group me. Let me have something where I can opt out. You wouldn't have me come over to your house and lock me in your house and I got to talk to a room full of people I barely know. That's what a group text message is. A text message is like being on public transportation and it don't never stop.
It just stays the same.
It just keeps going forever.
That's real shit, though. Damn. But do you think that those same people that are in the text message, is everyone else mad just as you are, and nobody just says nothing?
It develops over time because people just stop talking. But then that one person just keeps on chatting and keep on putting stuff in there. Don't put me in any text message strings with a bunch of people I don't know. Hell, probably if I know you at this point, I'm in some form of communication where we don't need to be in a text message. Send text messages or one-on-one at most 3 people situations.
Yeah. And that's if you. And then after that, you need to go to group me.
Exactly.
After that, group me is it. And mine next up is for the casting you punch in the face is those people. My daughter started school for her first week. You all heard her previously on this episode.
Shout out to Santa getting her education up.
Getting her education, first day of school, and the people that sit there. When in the drive-through area, you dropping off the kid, and they posting up and want to talk to their kid and stuff.
Like he live with you. Why you need to talk to him here?
He in 2nd grade, man. You ain't got that much to discuss with him.
He has nothing. He has nothing to bring to this conversation. He's in 2nd grade. He's pretty much along for the ride that you put him on.
Yeah, like roll out, and there's people behind you and stuff. If you don't want to roll out, then park.
Exactly.
I'm in the lane. I parked to take her in because I want to take her in.
Right.
If you're doing the drive-through and just drop off,
mm-hmm.
and roll out.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting there. Oh no, come back. Did you got your lunch? Oh, hold on, come back. Did you make up your bed? No, man. If he didn't make up his bed at this point, it don't matter.
You about to take him back to make it?
Yeah. Dude, man, get out of here, man.
Next for me, man, people with unapologetic recency bias. People that don't know anything else and act like if the life started when they started paying attention to it. Like, I put up a post of the clips of Larry Bird on Facebook a couple weeks ago. People was like, I just don't see it. I'm like, oh, you see what is happening on these highlights? LeBron would have done them. No kidding, LeBron would have done everybody.
He's a fucking physical specimen.
Like, context.
And he's got a hypergenic chamber that fucking revives him like fucking Wolverine.
LeBron is a combination album between Cyberdyne Systems and OCP.
Cyberdyne Systems.
He's like Cash Money.
Terminator.
He's like Cash Money and 3-6 coming together in '97.
And they a full label.
Right, the whole thing, everybody
and
on
dropping,
that.
and everybody dropping. Ain't nobody not dropping.
People with unapologetic recency bias usually don't know any better, and the worst thing about it is they don't want to know any better. They just want to know what they know. And people that don't have the desire to learn piss me off more than anything
but
else.
Also, don't set up kids though. Also, to get caught in recency bias either. Though.
Yeah,
like they did that kid, Almighty YBN, one of them motherfuckers, and they asked him what he thought about the Wu-Tang Clan. He's like, man, honestly, I don't know. People was getting on him, but you can't. Dude, 19 years old, is he supposed to fucking know about Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah, no, he shouldn't.
But he didn't say anything bad about them.
But so like that's just a lack of being educated. But I'm talking about people that like say that like, oh, Jay-Z and guys like that, they outdated. They style ain't no good just because you want to listen to Lil Pump and Lil Uzi Vert. Yeah. And Lil Baby. Yeah. I'm Lil Baby. Why?
I'm Lil Baby.
That's the worst.
That's a real dude, though, right?
That's the worst lyric in hip hop history.
So that's a real.
Yeah.
I saw his name somewhere. I didn't know he was a real rapper. At this point, though, I should just know.
He on that song with Drake.
Oh shit!
So he literally says, "I'm Lil Baby." Why?
I'm a little baby.
It's hip hop bottoming out. Like it's the bottom of what hip hop can be. Is that bar right there?
Is it worse than the chick that's got this song called Move?
Yes, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to hip hop. That bar,
Move? Or are you talking about that bar?
that verse, that bar is the worst thing that's ever happened. Maybe to verbal communication. Period. Outside of Donald Trump press
Or is
conferences.
OJ the Juice Man?
OJ Juice Man is a treasure.
No, he's not. OJ Juice Man is horrible.
No, he's bad, but he's not. But he's not out there. I'm Lil Baby. Wine, wine, wine. That was said in a song. You need to go listen to it.
I'm about to pick this up.
Hey, my last one of people that need to be punched in the face for the summer of 2018 and before and beyond, or the people that post group photos on the internet or on Instagram when only they look good in it.
Oh.
Like the people look at themselves.
Like this is a dope picture of me.
Yeah, but there's 7 other people in this picture, and they just look at themselves and say,
And they
"Oh, I
look
look
trash.
good."
And they trash because it was a long night kicking it.
Yeah, and like you got people on there looking like somebody got a black eye, the other one got teeth that got knocked out, and you just up there like, "Oh, I look cute in this picture. I'm gonna post this of myself."
Put this up. And because you just got there and everybody else always got trash, and you're like, hey, let's take pictures.
Mm-hmm. So you looking at the camera, you already and everybody else. But even if they didn't get trash, you got this.
Or
picture.
somebody looking off and everything is other people taking pictures of other
But
places.
you looking at yourself, looking like you so involved in yourself that you just looking.
Because you looking right in the camera that you taking the picture.
But there's another picture where everybody's looking good, but you aren't is what you want to be, so you post the other one. But then they can't go back and post the other one because you got it in your phone and you won't share it with nobody.
Because you just took the pictures.
Because you don't look like how you want to look, so you delete it.
So you never get it back. So
Hey,
nobody is gone. It's gone.
You people suck. Each and every last one of you.
That's real shit, man. That's real because men and women do that. That ain't just
That's a gender neutral thing.
that's
It's
a
everybody.
neutral thing. No, people may think we're talking about women on that. That's not.
No, that's everybody. It's everybody that does that.
Nah, that's
Bad phone habits are one of the scourges of society right now. That comes to pictures. It comes to talking on it. It comes to using it. It comes to all that shit.
Man, one of my beefs and people that need to be punched are those people who wear the jersey of a team that's not even playing in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be at a Cardinals Cubs game
Wearing
and
a
you got
Colorado Rockies jersey.
Yeah, with Pierre Juan Pierre name.
Juan Pierre, shout
on the
out.
back. You know, Juan Pierre name on the back. I'm throwing it back today. Or a Mariners jersey with Ken Griffey on the back.
Oh, you can wear that anytime. There's an all-time greats clause.
Oh, so you saying a Hall of Fame clause?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there's an all-time.
So you can
greats
wear a Willie
clause.
Mays jersey anywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
No,
That
I
I'm
can
okay.
get that. I can
But like, don't have
can
a
you wear
LeBron.
Barry Bonds jersey anywhere?
Yeah, all-time great. But don't wear a LeBron James jersey to a hockey game.
Oh, you're cross pollinating, saying a different jersey for another even sport.
That's crossing swords, man, and that's not okay.
That's like crossing streams
Exactly.
during the Ghostbusters. When they cross the streams, you can't cross the streams like that.
Yeah, anytime in life where streams are crossing, you probably should stay away from that.
Stay away from it, man. Man, thank y'all for listening as always.
Before we get out of here, man,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Aretha Franklin.
Man.
The news today. I just heard. Crazy thing is, I just heard yesterday how the condition that she was in. How
They
she
said
got
she
the
should be
hospital.
okay and she should be in hospital or something. She should be alright.
Well, you go to hospice though. That's
kinda-
it.
that's a
That's
definite.
that's the end of
Yeah.
days right there. So it definitely opens up another good debate for later on about who's living with the dopest voice alive. And not if they
Javon
not
put
in
one.
their peak.
Javon already started it.
Yeah, I saw him. I
Yeah.
saw him. I don't know if I agree with any of his 3 options right there, but it'll
What
be
would
something
you
that we
add
can
to
talk
it?
about. I don't know. I need to think about that. I
hate-
hate another thing. I hate another person. The sixth
The
person
prisoner
needs
moment.
The sixth person needs to get punched in the face is the person that wants to do huge retrospectives as soon as somebody dies. Like, chill out. Chill out. Don't replace them. Like, they've been dead. Body ain't even cold yet.
They ain't even got him out the morgue yet.
Right,
And said
you're
what they
trying
died
to
from.
replace him. Like, Muhammad Ali died. Who's the greatest living boxer now? He died 5 minutes ago. Shut up. Have some respect.
But who is the greatest living boxer?
I don't know. I'm going to think about the greatest living boxer right now.
Mm-hmm. Is it Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can
Because
see that.
Floyd's third greatest boxer of all time to me.
Was it go for you, Muhammad Ali? Who?
Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Mayweather.
I could get that.
So rest in peace, Aretha Franklin, man. There ain't no voice like that. That's one of the all time classic voices.
Yeah.
And she was making songs to lift women up that span 50
Mm-hmm.
years time. They still stand up. So Dope, man. Much respect to the queen. The queen.
I remember when I was a kid. I ain't gonna tell that story.
Yeah, just say you were about to say something messed up.
It's fucked up.
You felt like it wasn't a radical enough statement, so you was about to ruin it.
No, it's super crazy because it happened here in St. Louis too with Aretha Franklin and Dennis Edwards.
Oh yeah, that's gotta wait. That's on a more.
That's all I'm letting y'all know though. It's too early. It's too early.
But
man.
before we turn the corner though, we got a big announcement. Big show guest coming up soon.
Look here, y'all. Quan Mills Cinematic Universe is coming, baby.
It's happening.
Quan, shout out to Quan.
Tell him the story, man. He reached out to you.
Look, man, the Quan Mills episode, that's probably going to end up passing the LaShawn McCoy joint as time goes on. But the Quan Mills Cinematic Universe got out there on the ethos. And I wake up in the morning, and all I get in the inbox is, I ain't no white boy. So I get that on my Twitter, and it goes, I ain't no white boy. And I'm like, oh, shit. That's
him?
Quan? Is that Quan?
It's him.
So we rapping back and forth, and he's laughing. He took it cool. He was like, yo, I was like, yo, let's do an interview. He's like, yo, let's do it. So Quan Mills coming on a scenario. It is happening, folks. So yo, be ready for this one.
Yo, and one last announcement before we get out of here, man. It's time. It's been long enough. It's time for another bracket. So what's about to drop within the next week? Within the next week is coming. Is that the top 30 black or black-centric TV shows of all time?
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna get a good one. Hey, so tell everybody bye-bye. As we gonna get ready to get out of here as my daughter came over here. But thank y'all. Email us straightolc@gmail.com. All that good stuff. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Switches. I just bought me a Cadillac last week with a new bitch since my old bitch tweaked. Nah, homeboy, the game just ain't the same. If you wanna know, Corrupt said it, and I'm calling out names.